Okay, Assalamu alaikum. So this video is an addendum to the live sessions we have held yesterday and day before yesterday with both sections. This is about module programming over Linux, and what I'm going to do is help you out in the demonstration purpose, which is actually your task in this experiment. Okay, so let's get into this thing, and the very first thing I'm going to do, as already is mentioned in task 11.1, is to make a folder, right? So this is my desktop and this is the OS lab folder, and I'm going to make a folder here like what it says on the desktop only, right? So I'll just make it modules. Okay, so this is the folder that I'm here. So what you have to remember, and you have to be very careful about it, that all these desktop would remain the same. This, if you have made any other folder, there should be no spaces. You cannot place any space in the path, right? This is what you have to remember. This is a basic requirement, or what you say, this is how it passes. Okay, all right. Now the next task is I'll just open the text editor, and what I'm going to do is get the code from and copy it from the manual, and this is the one. So I've already discussed it, some portion of the code in your live sessions. Okay, how do I save it? I'm just going to save this thing in desktop in the folder of modules, right? And I'm going to call it hello-1.c. This has to be a C file, right? The code is in C. Okay, so let's just check it up. This one is right, fine. Okay, so I just copy pasted it. I don't know if it's going to work or not, so there might be some errors, and we're going to see about that. Okay, I'm going to keep it here. The next step is that I have to, I cannot compile it. I'm just going to use and create a make file. Before that, I'm going to open the terminal first, right, and navigate to the working directory. Okay, so this is the terminal, and ls, so desktop cd os cd modules. Okay, this is the folder that I'm in, right? So hello-1.c. so I'll just clear it up. So listing the files in that directory, and I get hello-1.c. okay, now what I'm going to do is type in lsmod. lsmod is going to list, ls lists the contents of the working directory, and lsmod lists the number of modules. So these are different modules that are already in RAM, or loaded in the RAM, right? Let's see if I can recognize something. UFS must be something to do with the filing system. Okay, this is compressed, so it might be doing something about compression, some x86 system for the x86 code, and a Dell laptop. There must be something like that. Okay, I'm using a Dell laptop, so it might make some sense, right? Intel board head, so something about Intel and otherwise. So these are a large number of modules that are already loaded in this thing. And what else can I get about it? The size, and if it is being used by. This is interesting. These three modules are currently being used by this routine, or whatever this mechanism is, and we're going to see about that, right? So very good information coming from here. All right, so let's work ahead. Now I'm going to make the make file, right? So again, I'll go into the text editor, and I'll make a new text editor file, and all I have to do is just type in that code, and there are some tricks to it. This is the portion that is going to compile the C file into the kernel object file, right? It's going to paste it here, and then I'm going to save it. I'll just save it first, and then we'll get on with it. So you always save it with this name, make file, capital N, no spaces, only the M with the first title is capital. There are no extensions. Okay, once I do it, there are some changes in it. Okay, because I've just copy pasted it from the PDF file, what it has done is that it has actually created a new line where it shouldn't have done that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to. I just press the delete button, and it's back, and it is space. Okay, second thing, there has to be a tab character, not a space character, a tab character, tab and another tab before the make. This is already written in the manual, right? Again, I'll save it, Control S, and that's fine. Okay, now let's get on with the again with the within the working directory. Now what do I have to do? I have to, first of all, I have to make this module. Again, listing of the, so I have now the make file and the hello-1.c. all I have to do is type in sudo make, right? Sudo, for that you get privileged. We're going to work out my password and just type it in. Let's see what happens. If there are errors, it would show over here, right? Errors can be in make file, errors can be in the code file as well. Check out the listing. So many files have been generated. Let's see these files. Okay, so this was the file that I created, the hello file and the make file. All the other ones have been created, right? These are the object files. Now notice that they are all locked because they are part of system services, system files. This is what you have to understand, right? Okay, so hello-1, though, this is the kernel object file. This is the object file and this is the kernel object file which we were trying to make. Now since this has been made, make file has been successful, so that's why the kernel object file has been generated. Now what do I have to do? I have to insert this thing in the list of modules, or the list of active modules. So I'll just go into this thing, and okay, so there's another one. I'll just type it in, mod info hello-1.ko, the kernel object file. So this gives the information of the module that I have just generated, the name of the file, the source version, this autoplace, the name, and so on and so forth. So this name is important for us right now, right? Let's see. This is what we have to type in. Okay, so just to insert the mod, load the mod into the memory. So I'll just clear up the screen. So I insert mod dot slash, just like that, and -1.q. Doesn't show anything, but it was, if it was successful, what should have happened? Two things. First, it would have been inserted in the list of modules. So I'll just going to type lsmod, that shows the current list of modules. Let's see if I can find it here. See, hello-1, it's not being used by anyone. Understand? Because it's, why it's not being used by, because I have not linked it with any other code or otherwise, right? It has been inserted, right? Now what I'm going to do is check the log d message Skyfall. This is what I was supposed to write. Let's see the code again. So this was our code file. If it is loaded, then print k Skyfall once it is loaded, initialized. And now I'm going to remove it, and what should be written in the this quantum of values. Okay, let's go ahead with that. Right. So now I want to remove the module and go back to the terminal, and this would be it. Sudo remove mod, name of the mod, and let's see. So nothing is happening. Let me check it with the module listing. So it was on the top, so all new modules are shown on the top. So it's not here, that means it's been removed. Just to confirm it, let's check the log. Say quantum of size. This is some the green color one is some time stamping. Now log is append file, right? Whatever you do, it just adds to it. So Skyfall here means that this module was loaded, this quantum of solace means this module was removed. Okay, if I try to access any module, so it has to be loaded prior to that. This is the basic idea about this thing. So this is what it is all about up to 11.5. You can go into the 11.5. All you have to do is type this thing in and change this line of the make file that you have already made, right, which has been corrected as per this video. Okay, so this is about it, and then you can go with the next one. Thank you.